Hello, I'm Sylvia Azania, and we are going to talk about what the best biological age is to become a first-time mother. We will discuss the appropriate age for motherhood, including the pros and cons of postponing becoming a mother. When a woman is seen as having advanced maternal age, the possible risks of pregnancy after the age of 40. We will also talk about what can be done if you want to delay motherhood. And to conclude, we will also answer some of the most frequently asked questions that users may have in relation to this topic. The ideal reproductive age for women falls between 19 and 30 years of age. Women's fertility gradually reduces with age until it finally culminates in menopause, which marks the end of the reproductive stage and usually happens between 45 and 52 years old. As the years go by, not only the quantity but also the quality of a woman's eggs gradually decreases. For this reason, the likelihood of becoming pregnant decreases as a woman gets older. A 20-year-old woman with no fertility problems at all, who has unprotected sexual intercourse during her fertile days, has approximately around a 25% chance of becoming pregnant in that particular cycle. If a woman is nearing her 30s, the chance of conception drops to 15%. From this point on, a more pronounced decline in female fertility begins to be observed. Approximately, a woman with 35 years old has about 8% likelihood of achieving a pregnancy, whereas after turning 38, the chance falls to just 3%. As a result of this natural decline in fertility as a woman age, and considering the current trend of delaying motherhood, it is likely that when a woman desires to become a mother at a later age, she will face some challenges in making this happen. Many women between the ages of 20 and 30 do not consider themselves mature enough or financially stable enough to consider the possibility of becoming pregnant. According to surveys, 2 out of 3 women aged between 20 and 30 wish to become mothers, but within a 5-year time frame. From the age of 30 onwards, a lot of women believe that this is the perfect moment to start having children. Roughly 40% of individuals think they will be mothers shortly. It is increasingly common nowadays for women to choose to become pregnant for the first time after they turn 30 years old, something uncommon from a while back. Some of the benefits of motherhood after turning 30 include the following points. Perhaps having financial solvency and a place to live, to have a more stable romantic relationship. The woman and the couple feel mature and more capable of raising a child. The couple has had enough time to enjoy being completely alone together. They view having a child as just another life stage. These are some of the main reasons why your 30s could be considered a good time to become a mother. For more detailed information, feel free to check the article I've provided in the description. However, despite all of these important advantages, the older a woman becomes, the greater the potential risks associated with pregnancy. Even though a woman who is 40 years old can maintain her fitness and enjoy excellent health, perhaps her body isn't as ready for pregnancy and childbirth now. There are several issues that may emerge if one chooses to postpone motherhood, which include the following: risk of developing diabetes, increase in blood pressure. Facing challenges in conception often necessitates the use of assisted reproductive methods. The birth may be considered high risk. Women of advanced age have a higher rate of cesarean births. The overall baby's health could also be affected by the age of the mother. It is more likely that the baby may have some chromosomal alteration, such as Down syndrome. On the other hand, when the son reaches adolescence, the parents will already be over 50 years old. This may imply a lack of understanding between both parties. Despite all this, there is no ideal age to become a mother. Every woman should carefully choose, with her partner if she has one, when the right time is to become pregnant and achieve her dream of motherhood. Before continuing with the content of this video, I'm going to ask you, if you like it, to please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done. You help us a lot to keep going and ensure that all the information we publish reaches more people. A woman is biologically classified as having advanced maternal age from 35 to 40 years. This is because her body may no longer be as well prepared to handle and go through a pregnancy. The passage of time has a significant and noticeable impact on a woman's ovarian reserve, that is, the number of eggs remaining in her ovaries. Moreover, the quality of the eggs is impacted as well. Older women tend to have eggs of poorer quality because they present an increased rate of chromosomal alterations. The biggest consequence of this is that it raises the chances of having a miscarriage, or having embryos that are chromosomally altered, which would complicate the implantation process in the uterus. If a woman conceives at an advanced maternal age, she should be particularly careful throughout her entire pregnancy journey. These are some of the possible risks associated with pregnancy after the age of 40. Higher abortion rate. Higher chances of having preeclampsia and eclampsia. It may lead to a higher risk of hyperemesis. More premature births are happening. The likelihood of placenta separation and limited intrauterine growth is elevated, and a higher risk of gestational diabetes. However, a woman can carry a pregnancy at 40 years old and even at 50 years old, as long as they continue to enjoy good health and have all the appropriate medical checkups. As a result of delayed motherhood, more and more people are resorting to assisted reproduction techniques in order to fulfill and achieve their personal desire to become parents. Reproduction is not something that depends entirely on a woman's age. Sperm quality also gradually declines over the course of time, but it does not have such a drastic effect. In cases of advanced maternal age, the most advisable option would be to perform in vitro fertilization or IVF and conduct a pre-implantation genetic test known as PGT. This will ensure the transfer of healthy embryos, thus increasing the chances of implantation and leading to a pregnancy. When a woman's reproductive stage has completely concluded and her ovarian reserve has been depleted, the method used in order to achieve a pregnancy will involve the use of donor eggs. This fertility treatment, egg donation, has a high success rate, but it has the disadvantage that the woman has to give up her chance to provide her genetic contribution. Therefore, IVF with egg donation is considered one of the reproductive options that carries a greater emotional burden for patients. Regardless of the situation, if the young woman is fully aware that she wants to postpone motherhood and is not ready to be a mother right now, it might be wise to consider preserving her fertility by vitrifying her eggs for future use. Thus, the eggs are carefully vitrified at low temperature, and they can sustain their quality for prolonged durations without being negatively impacted. Therefore, when the woman feels fully prepared to become a mother, the eggs she preserved at the time will be safely thawed. Subsequently, in vitro fertilization will be performed on these eggs to attempt to achieve pregnancy. And now we are going to answer some of the most frequently asked questions users may have regarding this particular topic. Does age affect fertility in women? Yes, that is the answer. As a woman grows older, her ability to conceive diminishes over time. All women are born with a limited and finite number of eggs, and no new ones are produced throughout life. This number of eggs gradually decreases over time as a woman naturally ages, until one is entirely worn out by the time menopause is reached. However, with age, not only does the quantity of eggs decrease, but also their quality. For all these reasons, age is a crucial factor for female fertility and achieving pregnancy. We would love to hear about your experience, so please share it with us in the comments section below. I also remind you that in the description, I have left a link to an article where you can read much more information related to this topic.